Thank you for visiting the Coin Lady channel again. I hope that 52 cents is going swimmingly for you. Also, what's required now because XRP appears to be very positive? That concludes my remarks. But we obviously couldn't dump a lot, can we? Since he is also a pump, we must maintain this momentum and continue to climb ever higher, my friends. Am I correct? But it appears like the whole season is starting. Right now, chaos reigns as fear and greed reach 47. We are currently in a state of absolute terror. Am I correct? This suggests that we are at an all-time high, and we are terrified of falling off the cliff. People aren't prone to being scared very readily. Always keep in mind that this is not a recommendation for your financial situation. However, there are also many exogenous events that are on the horizon. Or, from Brad Garland's residence, let's focus on what's coming up. From XRP Lapex in June to XRP Gold Coast and Marsh, the number of community-led events this year is growing. I'd love to meet some of you there, and I'm even more excited to see you at XRP Lapex in June, because the momentum is building right from the new native capabilities and projects that are building on the ledger. It's getting closer and closer to the positive explosion we've been talking about, isn't it? The XRP ledger, the XRP community ripple, and XRP itself are all showing upward momentum. The future seems promising, in my opinion. Hold on a second. My head is blown. This is just insane, guys. Why? Alright, so we have additional P going to Las Vegas on May 3rd with all these other dudes, but this is what really blew my mind. Why is it that I think XRP has a particularly promising future? Aside from the members of our community, I am unaware of any other currency. This is absolutely ridiculous, that's why. The situation is about to become quite chaotic, so please like this video. Following that, we have the Securities Exchange Commission, SEC. At this point, it's basically a coin flip, right? The SEC is preparing to sue the Ethereum Foundation folks, and the money regulator in an ACS of America states that Ethereum, the platform token for the Ethereum blockchain, is a security. We rely on Ethereum for pumping purposes, so I'm crossing my fingers that they'll wait until the season ends to launch their assault on Ethereum. Then, when Bitcoin reaches its peak, I don't know the exact figure, but it's somewhere in the 6 figures, I hope they'll target it then, too. In the eyes of America's doubters, this is the end of the road, and once it's finished, who knows whether other countries will follow American law. At the moment, though, it's causing a lot of people to lose faith in XRP and the XRP community as a whole, which is unfortunate but understandable. The fundamental question is whether or not 123 is a prophecy that is about to be fulfilled. The yield it generates for ECS ETH holders is what SEC says makes it a security. The grand strategy is to launch an assault on the platform housing all smart contracts, i.e., all tokens and currencies, before moving on to the rest. Once again, you're absolutely correct about the sheer number of currencies and primary coins that are created on top of the Ethereum network. In other words, your coins will be gone forever if Ethereum shuts down. But seriously, even Forbes has acknowledged that, as of now, no digital asset has gained regulatory clarity, with the exception of Bitcoin and XRP. Am I correct? Meanwhile, according to Forbes, the only digital assets that have gained regulatory certainty are Bitcoin and XRP. With the deadline coming up at the end of the month, the question now is whether they will accept any ETF theory. I understand. We need to watch the entire season, therefore I'm crossing my fingers that they do. Plus, we can see great things on the charts during the season. Right now. Hey, what do you think if this were to happen? Also, Ethereum's XRP ETF? Those folks, and because the trigger seems to be XRP before an ETF for X becomes before Ethereum, Ethereum must follow, correct? Perhaps speculate on the possibility of kicking the gas can down the road? Reason being, August is when BlackRock's Ethereum ETF application is due, correct? In most cases, BlackRock does not lose, but LSA does. What is our opinion then? Am I correct? There are only two cryptocurrencies with clear regulations, according to Brad Garlinghouse's presentation at Paris Blockchain Week on a possible XRP ETF. However, few people have paid attention to this topic. Am I correct? Thanks to our legal battle, XRP now has regulatory clarity, and Bitcoin remains unaffected. Am I correct? In response to your macro argument, yes, there will be competing exchange-traded funds. It appears to be confirmed, just ask us. Holy cow! Holy cow! You can see this in the extremely explosive appearance of the charts. Quite intriguing. If they're in ETF automobiles, it appears like they're attempting to bring upon an additional PETF before an ETF, correct? Holy cow! Mysteriously, that is. Yes, that's right, dudes. In addition to the fresh expert documents that were filed earlier today, Ripple has also submitted a letter bolstering its April 22nd to 24th motion to strike. It is April 29th, 24th, in response to the SEC. In opposition to that strike move. Alright, it appears that this lawsuit will never finish, everyone. Now that you can see how the stars are aligning and how everything is coming together, I pray it ends soon. Am I correct? Ethereum is their target. Assuming all goes according to plan, XRP will soon be able to write or Ripple. At this point, crypto's most challenging task, SEC is expected to win a motion, according to Twitter and SSA. Anyway, here he is, or here comes Attorney Jeremy. I'm betting the SEC will win this application. I see. Moreover, I believe that the court will continue to permit Ripple to the poser, etc., even after finding the witness to be an expert, rather than punishing the witness. Now I must go pray. Please excuse me. On rare occasions, I am mistaken. Whoever this Andrea Fox is, you guys. Are we going to win Jeremy now that we've gotten to the meat of the matter? Am I correct? What is Ropo's maximum sum that can be paid if the judge rules? It comes out on top. I see. So they'll come out on top based on this one motion gauze, which was never a sure thing to begin with, and it won't matter if they lose or win. Am I correct? So, I don't believe it's that big of a deal, people, if the SEC wins this motion. The real question is when the case will end. If the SEC files its reply brief by May 6th, then we need to pay attention to that date. If George and Lisa Torres are going to decide on a punishment for selling unread shirts to institutional investors as XRP, the filing of the reply brief might be their last input to the court. The SEC will presumably show up and dispute the terms of the $10 million deal with Ripples. Alright, let's see how the Americans play out. This case just keeps going and going, and I know you're probably wondering when it will ever end. The rules are slow as molasses from Tolerable Man 123 on August 17, 817, if we believe the logic, you guys. Arrives at day 54. Am I correct? We were taken aback by those 54? This style of law firm, represented by Mr. Poole, gets a 5, a 4, and a right. Got it. 455454, April 4th, may it be so? A couple of links to the case or the court's 517 to 21 have been identified for Mr. Pulido. We reached this year on 517 after a 3-year delta. Additionally, we do observe monetary assets, perhaps a settlement, gentlemen? I see. As well as 517. After that, on 520, we see all these images of horror, don't you think? I mean, who knows? Maybe we'll hear some surprising news or something really unexpected, anyway. Well, that concludes our video. Your support in the form of a like and a subscription would mean the world to me. Coming up shortly, farewell.